Hey guys, this is part 2 of my beginner freehand, and I accidentally went ahead and started doing some work on this medium sharp maker stone, and I shouldn't have done that, so I'm going to pick up where I'm left off. All I'm doing is freehanding with a sharp maker stone. If you watch part 1, you know what I'm doing. It doesn't cut very fast, so you don't make mistakes very fast. So I just find my bevel right here. You can kind of get some feedback in the stones. You know when you go too high, you know when you go too shallow. I just find my bevel and I hold my angle consistently and I just work my way up and down the stone. You make mistakes a lot less quickly with these fine stones. So if you check yourself every once in a while, you won't mess up too bad. It's already starting to get polished up a little bit. And with these sharp maker stones, I am using a little bit of pressure. Not a whole lot, but I am using a fair amount of pressure. And go ahead and switch to the other side, same thing. Just find your bevel and go at it. I'm actually waiting on the proper equipment to do this with. I've got a Spyderco double stuff and a Spyderco UF bench stone on the way, so I won't have to do it this really awkward ghetto way, but it works. And a lot of people have sharp maker stones laying around, so I wanted to demonstrate. You just want to work till you have a burr, which I do have a burr. I'm going to polish some more. It seems like you wouldn't be able to hold your bevel evenly, I mean not evenly, but consistently like this, but you really can. It's not as difficult as it may seem. Go ahead and deeper. That's not what you don't want to do right there. You don't want to slip off the end of the stone. And trust me, I've done it many a time. And if you're expecting some really awesome edge that's super sharp, you're going to be disappointed. It does get sharp, but it's just a working edge. Okay, so done with the Spyderco medium stone, on to the Spyderco fine stone. Same story. Find your bevel, polish it up. And don't do that. Sharpening isn't about your Sharpening isn't about your equipment at all, really. It's about holding your angle consistently. And people want to make that seem like some kind of skill that you're either born with or you're not, but it's really not. It's not as difficult as people make it out to be. And I sucked at freehand sharpening. I'm gonna ruin this edge if I keep doing that. I sucked at freehand sharpening just like a week ago. No joke. I've just been practicing and refining my technique, and I can get some pretty sharp edges now. Like I said, they don't look really beautiful, but they work and they cut like crazy. And really, that's all I'm worried about. You can see how dirty these stones get. That lets me know that they get dirty really fast. And that lets me know that it's refining that scratch pattern. I may not be working the whole bevel, but I'm doing the cutting edge, and that's what matters to me. I want it to cut. And this is a quick and dirty, very quick and dirty sharpening vid, so this bevel actually could suck pretty bad. I hope not, but it's a possibility. Alright, let's see what we got so far. Bevel's starting to polish up a little bit. Starting to get some shine to it. Done with the Spyderco fine stone, and on to the Spyderco ultra fine stone. This is where you really polish the bevel if you're good at it. And this is also where you can clean that burr off and get a final sharp edge on it. Cleaning the burr off is actually really important, because if you're not hitting that edge, you'll never really strip that burr off, and you'll be left wondering why your knife isn't sharp. You can have a polished bevel without having a sharp edge, and vice versa. You can have a sharp edge without having a polished bevel. So I hope I'm not just rambling. I hope I'm making sense. Damn. I just laid a whole bunch of nicks in this edge by slamming it up against that ceramic. Hopefully I can get them out though. Alright, I want to show you the bevel now. As you can see, I have a mirror polished bevel, and it's 100% freehand. So all you guys that want a polished bevel, you can get it freehand. As you can see, it's polished, mirror polished, and it's very sharp. What I'm doing right now is I'm angling up just a little bit, and I'm throwing a little micro bevel on here. Now when you're doing this, you want to use as little pressure as possible. I'm talking about tiny bit of pressure. Not even the weight of the knife, if you can. You have to have a really delicate touch, but it's not especially hard to do. You just concentrate on what you're doing. Alright. Let's test it before we go to the strop. Let's see how we can cut. As you can see, it's absolutely just screaming sharp. This is actually one of the best edges I've gotten, and it's on camera, so I'm enjoying that. There's absolutely zero resistance. No resistance at all, and it's a mirror edge. I hope you can see. Anyway, it's mirror polished. I don't know if you can tell in the video. It's mirror polished, and it's extra sharp, and we haven't even finished yet. Now we're going to strop just a little bit, and we're going to lay that final sharp edge on it. And with a strop, use as little pressure as you can. As delicate as your hand can be. Heel to hip, or tip to heel. And what this will do, it'll refine your edge, make it a little bit sharper, a lot sharper actually. And it'll polish that bevel up even more, so you can show it off to your friends if you're into that kind of stuff. Okay, there's the bevel after stropping, 100% mirror polished. And is it sharp? Yes, it is. Absolutely screaming sharp. Now, will it whittle a hair? I don't know. We can try. But I need to probably wrap this video up pretty soon. But let's see if it can whittle a hair. Oh, yep, it did. There you go. Freehand, completely freehand. Set the bevel, did everything. Completely freehand, hair whittling edge. I hope the camera's catching it. Boom. There you go, guys. Freehand hair whittling edge. Mirror polished bevel. Thanks for watching.